the like button. I just wanted to kind of go live for like a brief second and just talk about some of the changes in, not particularly in the spiritual community, but more so in the spiritual landscape of how things have been occurring and going on. So one of the things that I've been noticing over the collective is that the diaspora, the American diaspora, the American diaspora has been heavily picking in and picking up on indigenous native roots. And with that being the case, a lot of people are doing a lot more research and a lot more study. So I feel as though what's going to be happening in the next several months is that there are going to be a series of awakenings that are going to be happening, and it's going to be happening more rapidly as well. Hey Angelus, how you doing? I've been doing good. How about you? Shoes, I've been doing good. Matter of fact, I think I got another piece of edible. Let me see. How about you? I've been doing pretty good. So anyway, what I was saying though about the awakenings is I think that they're going to start happening a lot more rapidly because of the various different pieces of knowledge and information that's coming out over the collective. And there's going to be some shifts. There's going to be some major shifts that are going to be happening as a result of that, because I feel like the temperament of the people is going to start to change a little bit because, as information starts to come out and as people start discovering who they really are, over time, it's going to start causing people to feel upset and angry. Okay, so I'm also picking up, and this is just picking it up kind of like, it's like kind of like logical calculations. So because the caucus are trying to, quote unquote, slow the dispossession, okay, of America to brown fingers, okay, they are going to start picking up or trying to pick up on their acts of perceived violence, right? So for me, it just means that it's very important for people to really have your weaponry together, right? Make sure you have a weapon for yourself. Get your kids, stuff like that. Like, get your kids tasers and get your kids, their own weapons that they could use if they need to protect themselves. Pepper spray, things of that nature, so that they can protect themselves, okay? But I feel it's very important for me to say, do not fall into fear though, right? Because this is just it's kind of like a frantic, panicked response that they have. But I actually don't feel that movement is going to grow as much as they think it will grow, and as much as it may look like it will grow. That white nationalist movement, I actually had a dream about something where they try to come into like a neighborhood and literally try to set up shop like right next door to me. Now I don't remember how the dream ended up happening up or like fixing up or whatever, but they were like trying to, they're trying to expand their horizon, and to some degree they have, but I really feel like, I know that there is going to be some change or some shift that happens in that community of white, basically Nazis, right? So the Nazis, something's going to change with the Nazis, okay? and it is going to shift their complete movement, and they're going to lose a lot of ground. So then what's going to end up happening is it's really going to look like the rich against the poor. That's what it's really going to start to look like, right? This whole thing, how it's all going to happen, it's going to start to look like it's a rich against poor thing, right? And even down to the military. So you know how you've been hearing news like, oh, they're sending out the National Guard, blah 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 blah, right? And the Black community has been talking about this, like, oh, what if they send out the National Guard? Fuck the National Guard, because let me tell you what's going to really happen. What's going to really happen is that the National Guard and various different like governmental agents, what do they call it, and like the service folks, right? They're actually going to change based upon things that are happening, things that are going to happen. So for instance, Comey, there was this guy that Trump was trying to get him to get bad information on Letitia James, but he couldn't find nothing. So the man ended up quitting his job, or somebody ended up quitting it. Recently, somebody ended up quitting a job because they knew that it doesn't make sense. You want me to find like bad information on this woman, but there's none to find, right? So obviously there's going to come some pushback because of that. Now Trump is getting to a place now where he's getting very much more bold, and he's getting to a place where he's like, oh, well, we'll just kill people, right? So basically that's how they're going to get. Basically right now he's getting to the point where he's so confident that everything that he's doing is going to work. And he's so confident that he doesn't have any opposition, and that, one second, y'all.
That worked out for you?
Oh, yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Well, I hope the night is more smoother than how it started out.
Oh, for sure. Thanks, and the same for you.
I'll try.
Good night. Anyway, he's going to try to behave in a dictatorship, you know what I mean? He's going to try to behave in a way in which you scare the people through violence and scare the people through this and through that and blah blah blah, right? But it's not going to work. And this is why I need the people to not fall into a state of fear, right? Like, fear. This is why we talked about these things. It's so crazy because, like, right now we're just intuiting what's coming up, what's to come next. And I've been saying this for multiple years. You gotta fight that fear. You gotta fight that fear, because let me tell you something. Fear can stop you from doing what you need to do, okay? It can stop you from going from having a war that needs to be had, right? And I know that sounds crazy. Here's the thing. I've been trying to tell y'all, learn how to control your anger. Not because I don't want you to ever have anger, but because anger has to have a right place, right? You can't just be angry at just every little tiny bit of thing, because then when the big shit really come, you just get angry so much that you just go overboard, right? This is why it's important to have like a really, like, it's important for you to know how to overlook smaller things, so that when the big things come and the anger is right and rightfully placed, we gonna get on that ass, bitch, right? Like, we not giving you no room. There's no room, okay? Ain't no mercy, right? And this is what I mean by that. It's like, it's not so that you can never be angry in life, you know what I mean? It's just so that when the time really comes and anger is absolutely necessary, then it's in the right place. And not only that, but also, like, you're not going to be out here angry and doing stupid shit. You're going to be angry and strategic. See what I'm saying? A lot of people get angry and they are unable to, like, function. You know what I'm saying? Unable to function when angry, right? And that's why it's necessary for you to learn how to control those emotions, so that you can still operate, still function, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, so that's important. But anyway, Trump, the administration, all that good stuff, right now they're doing a bunch of shit that looks good, and it looks like they're taking control, and they basically did a coup, right? They basically did a whole coup, and yes, they definitely did. But the importance about the research that's going on right now and the people discovering who they really are is that they're going to find that the government that is set up really actually has no control and no power. That's what's going to be discovered, right? By the people. Once the people discover that the government really truly has no power, then basically this shit gonna get turned upside down on their head. So this whole system is really about to get a turn. We about to turn this motherfucker on top of their head, and I think they know that, which is why they're trying to do various different things, including stirring up race wars. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, because even Caucasian people are starting to see the bullshit. See what I'm saying? Like, even Caucasian people are starting to see how they've been played in the system to harm people who actually have a right to this land, right? And who have a right to put your ass out of this land, right? So once they start discovering this for themselves, which I'm pretty sure they're discovering, ChatGPT is doing a pretty damn good job of like giving information to people. But of course, you know, they have to have their fanatics. But the issue that I'm seeing with that is that fanatic group, there's going to be something that's going to happen. And I don't know what it is. I just get a vibe. There's something's going to happen that is going to open people's eyes. That's going to open, like, the people that are doing, like, the Charlie Kirk folks, right? The Charlie Koch folks. The Charlie Koch folks. The Charlie Koch folks, okay, are going to actually get an eye-opener very soon. And that eye-opener is going to force them to look in a different way at how they behaving. Come on, man. This is that bullshit. This is that bullshit. And how they've been behaving is going to force them to look at themselves. And this is going to happen for multiple groups, not just the Charlie Kirk group, but also other groups as well. So this is going to be like other groups of people, like Indian people, Pakistani people, Caucasian people, Asian people. Right now, I mean, a lot of people are having these looks at themselves right now anyway. So it's like, it's going to be like a great awakening. And when I say a great awakening, it's going to be more than black folks are waking up. It's going to be every group of people is going to start seeing things for what it is. And a lot of people there are going to be some people that are going to have an angry response. And of course, the Caucasians right now, the racist Caucasians anyway, I'm not saying all Caucasians, but the racist Caucasians right now, this is the vibe that they're getting. They're trying to get that anger on top of them. But something's going to happen. And when this thing happens, it's almost going to, like, shut down the people that can be shut down anyway, right? Like, some people, they know what they're doing is wrong. They know that what they're thinking and saying, or what they're participating in, is wrong. But they kind of go along with it. Those people are going to get shut down, right? There are going to be some people who are going to ride that bitch to the wheels fall off. And unfortunately, those are going to be people that are probably most likely going to meet an untimely demise, right? So that has to be known. But anyway, the government, so like they're going to call the National Guard and stuff like that. I want you guys to know that there will be an event that's going to happen in the future. And I don't know I don't know if it's distant or not, but the government told, Army, Marines, stuff like that, are going to lay down their arms. So you guys need to understand, this is why I'm trying to tell you, like, look, fight your fear. Learn how to face your fears. You have to learn how to face your fears. You have to learn how to respond to life in a better way. Anger cannot be your first option to everything that you don't like. Like, that's just crazy, right? Because you need to be able to, because during anger, when you're angry, a lot of times you cannot function properly. You cannot focus. And you need to be focused, okay? Because there's going to be key times when you are going to need to do specific things, such as, making sure that your family is in safety, or, being strategic about the moves that you make. Okay. Being able to follow your intuition. But if you're letting everything that's happening in the news upset you, and trust me, I've done this a couple times myself. Hey, who's that? Chaos. Yeah. So of course I've done that a couple times myself, but the reality is you got to bring yourself back to reality, and then put yourself back in order, and then work at it every time you get an opportunity to work at it. Because like I said, there are going to be some key things that are going to be happening in the near future that you're going to need to navigate through without fear and without anger. Okay, so there's that. So what else? A great awakening. Lots of people are waking up right now, but it's going to start happening more rapidly. You're going to start hearing people saying like things that you would never have imagined those people saying. People are also going to, a lot of people are going to be in a state of shock, though. I want to say that. And a lot of people are going to be, some people are going to be in denial. Some people are going to be in shock. But there are also going to be, some of these awakenings that are happening are going to be people who are awakening right now, right? Like they're just now awakening, but they're awakening right now. And then they're also immediately turning to the people they're surrounded by, and they're doing their best to wake them up too. So it's like, it's going to be, none of the propaganda is not going to work. Okay. At the end of the day, that's what we're saying. The propaganda is not going to work. The killing, all that good stuff, all the trying to get rid of people in power that are black, that's not gonna work either, because most of the people that are black that are in positions of power are natives, are indigenous people. So that's another thing that you guys have to know. If you are black, you have to consider whether or not you're indigenous. Now, if you know that your family came from Africa, a couple generations ago, or last generation, or within the last 60 years, then okay, you already know that you're not included in that group. Or Caribbeans or whatever. But if you have ancestry that dates back far, far back, you have to consider whether or not you are indigenous, because the power, the dynamics are changing, and you just kind of want to know where you fall into play. So there are going to be a lot of moves that are trying to be made by certain groups of people that they actually won't be able to make. It'll look like it. They're going to be blowing smoke up everybody's ass. They're going to be trying to make it look like they're doing stuff that they're not doing, but in reality, they're not going to be able to make as many moves as they think that they're going to be able to make. One, because they actually don't have that much power. Two, because the people are going to start speaking up. Three, because there are going to be a number of shifts. Like I said, there are going to be a number of shifts that are going to happen. Just think about, if you guys remember Hitler, right? Remember Hitler? And remember how his ending happened. It's gonna be basically like that. Like that's literally how it's going to happen. And it's so crazy because it's gonna be like a recreation of Hitler and how he went out, right? But it's gonna be before there's any like major wars. It's gonna be before a whole bunch of major stuff occurs and happens. Okay. Now let's talk about this rapture bullshit. Did y'all hear the rapture was supposed to have happened on the 20th? These people was on the internet like the rapture. I'm like, ciao. So the thing that really got me was that they were putting a date on it. And we all know from the Bible says you will not know the hour nor the day. Okay. So I don't know what these people were talking about, but there was an actual ritual that took place on the 24th. And I think that is what they were referring to because of the trumpets, right? So they were talking about because of the trumpets blowing. And they knew that there was a ritual on the 24th. So with that being the case, I want to say this. Those people that were following that logic, those people are definitely people you don't want to be around when the shit hits the fan, okay? The reason for that is because those people were following false prophecies. And I believe that they knew to some degree that they were following false prophecies, or they have been so indoctrinated that they can't even see the logic, which a lot of people have been calling it religious psychosis or whatever like that. I don't care what it's called. All I care about is letting you guys know what you need to know. And you need to know that those types of people, if you follow them, because they can be emotional in whatever it is that they're talking about or whatever. But when you can know for sure, if you're a Bible reader, okay, I'm not even a Bible thumper, but I know that in the Revelations it said, you will not know the date nor the hour. So I'm sitting here, when I'm here seeing people talking about the rapture, I'm like, what? And there's people on the internet talking about, oh, it's the rapture, don't be mad at what we got going on. First off, that's not what's happening. But I know what's in the Bible, and I know that ain't it. It wasn't no date set in the damn Bible, right? So you have to pay attention to things like that. Even the smallest details. Right now is a time that you really have to pay attention to even the smallest details, okay? Because people are trying to deceive you to get you off of the path, right? Now, a lot of people are, trying to decide whether that's the religious path because of the rapture and all this revelation bullshit and all that stuff like that. And my thing is, whatever you believe is whatever you believe, but I feel very strongly like you would definitely want to go back over the last few years, and maybe I need to go back myself and pull out clips from old videos so that you guys can watch some of those clips as it relates to your law of assumption, okay? Law of assumption, aka law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, manifestation, but I prefer to go with the law of assumptions. And facing your fears, okay, controlling your moods, being careful about what you're agreeing to, okay, not taking everything personal. This stuff is so important right now, okay, because it's all mindset stuff, and it's all stuff that helps you to not fall into the bullshit, okay? Because there's a lot of bullshit going on, especially propaganda wise. So anyway, I guess that's my update for you guys. The rapture didn't came and went apparently, okay, and nobody got raptured, okay? Now all I saw was black men come online and apologize for, talk about the rapture. I ain't see them white women come on the lines, okay? And apologize, okay, to the rest of us for causing a frenzy for no reason. All right, but it is what it is. Either way it goes though, I just had to kind of come in and kind of like update a couple of things. Lots of downloads have been happening. I mean, the energy, honestly, this is maybe the first day that the energy is not so heavy, because the energy for me has been very heavy over the last few weeks since the eclipse. Energies have been very heavy, so excuse me, and there's been a lot going on. So only thing I can say to you right now is keep your mindset in the right place, keep your head on the swivel. That's what I can give you, okay? And if you gotta detox from social media and get offline for a little bit, then do that. If you gotta get out of the public for a little bit, then do that. If you gotta stay off the TV and the news and whatever, then do that. If you gotta stay away from your friends and stuff like that because it's too much drama, then do that, okay? Peace over everything basically right now, and I get it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But it's also important to remember those lessons that I told you guys about, because right now is the time that you need that, right? Right now is the time that you need that, because they are basically they're karmic. It's time for them to pay their karma, okay? And they don't want it. Okay, they remember the Shadow Man and what's the movie called? In The Princess and the Frog. Y'all remember the Shadow Man? Remember how they had to drag his ass into the shadows? They had to drag his ass because he wasn't trying to go. That's basically what's happening here. These motherfuckers gonna have to get dragged to the shadow side, okay? To the shadow underworld, okay? Because they don't want us to go, okay? But so that's why it's important for you not to fall into the propaganda one, not to, excuse me, take everything too personally, right? Because you might get upset and do some stuff you ain't got no business doing for no reason because you thinking you post, you know what I mean? You thinking I'm supposed to be responding like this, but you ain't got to respond like that, okay? And I'm not saying that for everything. That's just for certain things, you know? Like what I'm, but it is important to know, all right, that right now you should be trying to be strategic, okay? More than combative or aggressive, stuff like that, okay? All right, so that's all I got for that. What else did I want to talk about? That's it, honestly. I just feel like there is going to be a rapid increase in awakenings, okay? There's going to be a rapid increase in awakenings, and just know, just know that. With that being the case, there will also be the polarity, right? The polarity of that, on the flip side of that, is that this other group of people getting a little bit frantic. They're going to be acting frantic. They're going to be acting like they're panicking. So y'all need to know that. But it's important for you not to be in fear, though. Don't be in fear of that shit. Like I said, go get yourself a gun if you can. Like, right? Like, where I live at, we got open carry now. So you can walk around, with your weapons and stuff like that. The thing about it, here's another thing that I need to say to y'all. And I need to say this very loud and clearly. So anybody that's black should not be fighting for stricter gun laws, especially not right now. And I know that some of y'all gonna be, but what about the school shootings? It ain't us doing them school shootings. So shut up and sit down and get your guns and lock and load and make sure you got your bullets. Make sure you got enough bullets. Okay? Because these people have on multiple occasions been very threaty. Okay? On some bullshit. Okay? So no, as a black person, you should not be over there talking about, well, we need gun safety. No, the fuck you don't. We need gun education, of course. I feel like education on the proper ways, reasons. We definitely need to have psychological assessments of certain people. But let's be honest, if some shit go down, you're going to be the number one target. Why the fuck would you put yourself in a position to be the number one target and not have anything to protect yourself? Somebody please answer that question for me. Don't make sense. So at this time right now, this is not the time to just be falling into shit because it sounds good. This is not the time to just be falling in shit because it sounds like a popular thing to do. You as a black person should not be fighting for stricter gun laws, because the moment they put laws out, they're going to put more laws on you than anybody else. They're going to criminalize you more than anybody else. They're going to put more of those restrictions are going to fall on you than anybody else, and you're going to need the protection more than anybody else. So let's just be honest here and stop falling into the foolishness because you let these motherfuckers tell you on a TV screen that some shit that happened in Sandy fucking Hook. Who the fuck knows where that shit is, right? And not to say that we can't have empathy for these things that are going on. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is that some of this shit is fake. Fake. 100% fake. Like they went on Craigslist and was like looking for actors for da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So you need to know that. You need to know that it's propaganda. Just like they were sending us them videos of the African children talking about how poor they was and this and that and the third. Meanwhile, they was going over there robbing them blind. Okay? The illusions are coming down. The illusions are coming down, but they thick as fuck. Okay? The illusions are thick as hell. And they still thick. Okay, so it's important for you to really think for yourself. Okay, don't let other people think for you right now. Right now, you need to be thinking for yourself. That's very important because I've heard some people like on the internet talk about gun law, gun safety. I'm talking about black people shouldn't be fighting for that. They're like, oh, why would you say that, man? Fuck y'all talking about. These white people got mad because a white man killed another white man and told black people they was going to come kill them. Are you fucking serious right now? These people are psychotic. I'm keeping my guns because if anybody psychotic runs up on me, they're getting shot. Period. Like, so y'all sitting there talking that bullshit, talking about, oh, why would you? Shut up. Shut up. That's all I got for you. Because y'all sound stupid. Y'all sound stupid. And it's making me think that you have some sort of mental capacity issues. Okay? So just stop. It's necessary for you to be a free thinking individual right now. If you don't want to be that because you want to be on the popular vote, that's cool and all. But when y'all get shot down, don't come over here talking to me like, oh, no, you didn't prepare. Fuck you. I'm telling y'all right fucking now that you need to be protected. You need to be protecting yourselves in spiritual ways and in physical ways. Telling you guys now. You need to be protecting yourself in spiritual ways and in physical ways. I'm spiritually strapped, bitch, but I still get my gap, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type shit. Now, I'm not sugarcoating the motherfucking thing. I'm not sugarcoating shit, and I'm not talking sweet no more. Because motherfuckers don't want to hear me until the last minute, and then when it's too fucking late, now y'all trying to figure out what to do, how to fix it. I'm trying to tell you how to prevent shit, not how to fix it when it's broke. Let's prevent the breakage. Okay? Prevent the breakage. So yeah. So that's I think that's pretty much all I got. Shit, make sure you drink your water, mind your fucking business, man. At the end of the day, minding your business is gonna be one of the greatest protections you can have, okay? Minding your fucking business, bitch. You feel me? Cause listen, if you don't get nobody else business, ain't gonna be no reason for nobody to get mad at you. Or just get mad cause you in the vicinity, bitch. Nope. Minding my goddamn business. I'm minding my own. Okay? So yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully y'all doing well out there in the world. Hopefully y'all baby daddy ain't beating the shit out of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all feeling good. You know what I mean? Hopefully your baby mama ain't slashing your tires and shit. You know what I mean? Because that's fucked up. It really is fucked up. But at the same time, like, what the fuck is you doing? Okay? Let me not. That's not right. That's not right. Okay, fine. But you know, look, all I gotta say is that, you know what I mean? Make sure you spiritually and physically strapped. Mind your fucking business. Drink your water, mind your damn business, right? But keep your eyes open, you know what I mean? And keep your mind open too. Don't be fucking following trends and agreeing with motherfuckers just because it sounds like it might possibly be a good concept. No, bitch. If a motherfucker race war breaks out, you the number one fucking target. Why the fuck would you be fighting? Why the fuck would you be fighting for stricter gun laws if you gonna be the number one target, bitch? No. Your hoes ain't taking my guns. Okay? Because like I said, a bitch run up. Well, goddamn it, bitch. I done told you hoes, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? So, listen, I don't know what the hell and who the hell came up with that concept that y'all need... No. These motherfuckers built a whole stage show for you. And you over there, oh, we need gun laws. Meanwhile, it's white people doing white people shit. And you over there in the black people neighborhood talking about, oh, we need to shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. Is shut up and be quiet. And keep being quiet. That's all you need to do. And lock and load. Okay? Especially people that live in fucking traditionally racist places. Like, how the fuck is you on the internet talking about we need better gun control? Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of you. What do you call them? Uncle Toms? Coon ass. That's coon behavior to me. Because what the fuck is you meaning? Like, what are you talking about? Y'all get on this internet and get to acting real brand new, bitch. Y'all get on this internet and get to acting real brand new. And I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it, okay? So, yeah. Can't do it. Y'all need to get that shit out your system. Get them going to get that shit out your system now. Okay? All right. I think that's it. I'm gonna let y'all go. Hopefully y'all doing well. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notifications when I upload new videos, and smash the like button.